What's up, guys? My name's Michael and you're watching McSky Vlogs. Another part of the Moto series again today. I am currently in the garage working on the Hawk 250. I have done a little bit of work so far. I told you guys I ordered a 17 tooth front sprocket and a 45 tooth rear sprocket. Yesterday I started taking it apart and switching it out, and I forgot to grab the camera to record it, so I'll kind of show you guys what I have done so far. I pretty much got to the point that I couldn't do anything else yesterday. I got the front case. I'll just show you guys actually. So that's the case that goes right here to cover this. So this is actually the 17 tooth sprocket. So I took that off, got that switched out, and to do this, you got to take off this is where the shift lever goes onto right here. So you got to take that off so you can get to the bolt down here. Because this case covers all that. Take the chain off, and then take the case off, take the chain off, then take the old sprocket off, which is right here. So this is the 15 tooth, and then I put on the 17 tooth sprocket there. And then for the rear, I got the wheel off so far, and got the nuts off of the. Then I got the nuts off of. Let's see if it's gonna focus for you guys. Got the nuts off there, but there is a snap ring right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a snap ring right there. Well, I didn't have a pair of snap ring pliers, so I just had to go run to the Lowe's after class and just got a pair of snap ring pliers. I also got some thread lock for nuts when I put them back on, and then I also got new nuts for there for the sprocket, because the old ones were kind of junk and one of them looked like the threads were stripped out when I took it off. So hopefully none of the bolts actually got messed up. And then I got some these zip ties, because I was going to make a video with the me installing the front lights, which I'll show you. I already did it yesterday. I was waiting for the UPS man, and I got super excited, and I went ahead and did it, and I forgot to make a video on it. So I may potentially take it apart and show you guys if you guys want like a how-to video of how to do it. So pretty much what I did was, in here, the bracket, there's drilled a hole here, drilled a hole here. I actually drilled a hole in the middle so both of the wires could go through there, just so it looks a little cleaner up front. And I couldn't find anywhere to mount the on-off switch, so I just dremeled out a hole up here and then mounted it here, and it works just fine, as you can see. And if I will go and make a video showing you guys the difference at night. It is kind of rainy out today, so I won't do that today, but maybe in the next video I'll do a comparison of what the stock light looks like compared to with these LEDs. And I tell you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use these on road because they are so bright. It lights literally everything up. And if you want, I can leave a link to those in the description. They were $12.99 on Amazon for two of those. And then it was like $8.99 for the wiring harness with a switch, and it's got like a fuse and a relay in it and stuff. So for total like $23 or something for that two lights with the switch, wiring harness, and everything, which I thought was a pretty good deal. So back to the topic on today's video is finishing. Alright, so I went out and bought these snap ring pliers, so hopefully this will work. Looks like I need a new attachment. Alright, I finally got this off. It's a snap ring. Sorry that I didn't record that process. I literally have been sitting here for 30 minutes trying to get it off. I've never had a snap ring on that good before. So now we just take off the old one and but on the new 45 tooth one. So just a little update from the last clip that you guys just saw. It is the next day currently. Last night I was out here until 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night working on the bike, trying to get all figured out. I had a lot of issues. The studs that were holding on the rear sprocket were stripped out, so I had to figure out how to get new ones. Well, I figured out I can't get any new ones, or at least locally. I couldn't find any online, at least that were the same size. So I had to pretty much cut them down a little bit, re-thread them, and then get the right bolts and use some Loctite and stuff. And the clip that holds on the sprocket and that goes right onto the hub and everything was being a real pain in the butt to get off. That took me about an hour to get off and then 20 minutes to get on. For some reason, I just couldn't get off very easily. Definitely the toughest one I've ever had to deal with before. And I had to modify the tool that I had to use for it. But I finally got it. It took me forever. And then I pretty much got everything put back together. At that point it was super late and the battery died on the camera, so I couldn't film any more of it. So I'll just kind of show you guys what I've got done here so far. So as you can see, got Loctite on them. Got the sprocket. So that is the 45 tooth sprocket, and then I already got the cover on the front for the 17 tooth sprocket. So it's all done. I'll go ahead and take it for a test ride here in just a little bit, and I'll update you guys and let you know how the gearing is and stuff like that. I'm not gonna have any riding clips of me actually out riding around and stuff like that, just because my GoPro setup isn't quite finished yet. I don't have a mic or anything like that. So once I get that, then I'll start putting out some like moto vlogs of me on the bike. Plus it's still pretty cold out. The weather hasn't been the greatest here lately. If you can tell, it's all rainy out and stuff like that. Luckily we don't have any snow, but we just had a big ice storm the other day, and everything's wet and rainy for the past couple days. So I haven't been able to get very much riding in or anything like that. But when I bought the bike, you can't see that. When I bought the bike, I reset the trip meter, and it didn't, you know, to 0. And I've put on about 32 miles on the bike so far, and that was on the stock gearing and everything, and it seemed to ride real smooth and everything, except for the shift lever seemed pretty loose and everything. So I got that all tightened up and fixed and did an oil change and stuff like that, as you guys saw in the previous video, if that's out already. Now I will probably go another 30, 40, or 50 miles or so with this new gearing, and then I'll update you guys and let you know how I like it, kind of what the speeds are for first, second, third, fourth, and fifth gear compared to what the gearing is for here, because the stock gearing is not very good. First gear you might get 5 miles an hour, second gear 15 miles an hour. I mean, it's really it's pretty crappy. And then fifth gear is a really long gear with the stock gearing, so you just don't have a whole lot of power in fifth gear. But so hopefully this changes it up enough to where I'll be able to ride 60 miles an hour, at least for a little while, to get into town and stuff like that. But I'll definitely keep you guys updated. Peace.